Hey there, Red Hawk Nation. Today is Thursday, January 21st, and I'm Alyssa Murphy with today's Daily Update, brought to you by Wingspan TV. For the next week and a half, we are taking the update on the road in different locations around the school to prepare for our installment of 14 Days of Love. President Joe Biden was inaugurated as the 46th President of the United States. But it was more than just an inauguration of a new president, because for the first time in history, there's a Black South Asian female serving as vice president. In their own words, several Red Hawks talk about what this means to them.
What was it like for me to see the first woman of color inaugurated as the vice president? For me, it was like an emotional event in some way, where I did not make my voting decisions based on those categories, but it was still epic to sort of see history being made in one sense. And also to be able to talk to my daughter this morning. She doesn't understand what the president is really beyond a movie that she's watched, so she thinks the president is an alien regardless. But I did get to tell her we have a vice president who is now a woman, and that was exciting to be able to tell her that. And also for me to see Kamala Harris who also sort of hails from my part of India too. That was pretty cool to sort of see, because during her election time, I saw in the news pictures of what her family in India looked like, and them sort of promoting her, and it's so cool to see they look just like my family and their house looks just like my house. And that is something that I haven't been able to see with any of the politicians that prior to this. So that was pretty cool to just sort of have that level of connection. But in the long run, I do feel there are so many other, there's so much more we need to do. So it is a tiny little cool thing that happened, but I'm looking forward to more bigger things that will impact more people coming up.
Since she's a person of color and she's a female, I think it's really big for a woman in the United States, because it'll add a lot of representation for us. And also she's a LGBTQ ally, and it means a lot for me and the other people of the community. So
I think that it's really important that females actually get represented inside higher positions in the U.S. government, and that it brings different perspectives that not only men could bring, but females can also bring different perspectives that are newer, I guess. I think that it's really important because personally, as a person of color, I've gone through racism, racist jokes, all that kind of stuff. And I think that as a person of color, as vice president, that it can possibly change just the things that are happening in our society currently.
As a woman, even a trans woman, having Kamala Harris as vice president, it definitely makes me feel like I have more control over what is happening, because normally it's just there's these people that don't really care about minorities, or women who aren't even minorities, but they're still treated as such. It's definitely a very important step in history.
The due date is approaching for ISM applications. WTV's Varun Saravanan has the details.
ISM is a program in FISD where students can find a mentor in a career field of their interest in order to develop their skills. They spend time with their mentor and must create an original work, which shows how they've learned over the course of the first semester. Every January, the Frisco ISD Independent Study Mentorship holds a research showcase at the Ford Center to feature students' original work from the first semester and give viewers a glimpse at possible career paths.
As a viewer, I was able to look at all the different topics of study, because at that time as a freshman, I didn't really know what I wanted to pursue as a career. So getting to listen to other passionate students who had done a lot of research and gotten a lot of experience through the ISM program, I knew that even if I didn't know what I wanted to do in the future, the ISM program would allow me to explore my options. So that's one of the reasons why I was motivated to take part in this program.
However, this year, the ISM Research Showcase has been canceled due to COVID-19 restrictions. There hasn't been any news about the final presentation at the year's end, but the Research Showcase's absence this year will definitely be pronounced.
I think it was a really important opportunity for a lot of ISM students because one of the big things that you get out of ISM is communication skills and having the ability to answer questions impromptu, just like it would be in a professional setting. And so I think having that opportunity was so important to me last year, as well as to many other ISM students. And I think it's a little bit of a struggle to accept that it is going to be different, but I think we're still trying to be engaged in classes and with our mentors to kind of still keep that ISM, communication emphasis going.
Reporting for WTV, I'm Varun Saravanan.
Redhawks basketball and soccer have been working hard as swim prepares for districts. WTV's TJ Krolowitz brings you today's Sports Minute.
The swim and diving team will dive into districts this Friday. The team competed last week against Reedy and Trinity Christian, in which they won against Trinity Christian on the boys' side, but failed to win any other matchups. Districts will be at the Bruce Eubanks Natatorium. Boys and girls soccer kicked off against Heritage on Tuesday. On the girls' side, the Redhawks dominated all game, giving the team a 6-2 victory. After the girls' game, the boys continued the dominance for the Redhawks as they beat the Coyotes 2-0. Both teams now have a shot to continue their winning streak tomorrow when they head to the Star to play the Frisco Raccoons. The girls will kick off at 5:30, while the boys will kick off at 7:30. Finally, boys and girls basketball also went up against Heritage on Tuesday. On the girls' side, the Redhawks defense only allowed 13 points in the game en route to a 35-point victory, with the final score being 48-13. That puts the girls' record up to 10-3 on the season. The girls will put their 5-game winning streak on the line when they play Frisco on Saturday. The game will be at 1 at the Nest. On the boys' side, the Redhawks stayed close with the 8-3 Coyotes, but failed to be in the lead when the clock hit 0 as the Coyotes survived 58-53. The boys are now 4-7 on their District 9-5A campaign and will now face Memorial on Friday. The game will take place at 8 at the Nest. Reporting for WTV, this is TJ Krolowitz.
If you are looking for more from Wingspan, you can follow us at Liberty Wingspan on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our award-winning website, libertywingspan.com. And now for today's announcements. Applications for Student Council are now open. Applications are due on the 22nd, and you can sign up by scanning the QR code below. FCCLA is collecting peanut butter and jelly donations for Frisco Love Packs from January 11th to the 27th. Donations of peanut butter, jelly, and other allergy-friendly alternatives can be left in E104, E105, or the box in the rotunda. Want to be on Wingspan's 14 Days of Love? Scan the QR code below. The last chance to reserve a yearbook is Friday, the 29th. Please go to jostens.com or scan the QR code below. That's it for today's daily update. This is Alyssa Murphy for Wingspan TV.